ぱいになったかい、クリークさんよ。どうだい、食後に一つ。黒金のデザート食っていけ。
I think the pun to make would have been just desserts.
Some lobster with your eyes. Blasting them right in the solar plexus. Wow.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Arcloid, and we are here with another episode of One Piece. And I'm gonna surprise you, Arc, as I am dropping you a link, and I am now talking to give you time to click said link and get on over there in order to be able to see what I have done, which the audience can already see. And all of my words are just buying time for you to be able to get there. So please do before I run out of words, because there is
two different boards.
A limited number of creativity. There we go. You're already here. Yeah, where my mouse is. Where you see my mouse floating around. There you go. That's the updated one. Or the one I'm trying to figure out how to work with. I guess for the benefit of the audience. Obviously, if you see over here, I've labeled it by the arc that we're in, or I guess the sea, ocean, whatever that we're in. We're currently in the East Blue.
Seas have names.
Yeah. Well, these are the arcs. We're in the Romance Dawn right now, which was episodes 1 through 3, where we were introduced to these characters, and I've kind of put them in a line with crew, still doing the captain crew thing over here. So, like Alvida, the Mace, had these people with them. We got, obviously, the main crew here with Luffy and the lions going off through other arcs to symbolize who's in their crew. I've also done a thing where I've given them little outlines. So, obviously, the red outline for pirates, blue outline for Marines.
I like that.
It's also up here, if you forget, pirates, red outline. Way over here. Marines, blue outline, also all their ranks still. Down on the bottom of the charts are the civilians and the other. So green for civilians, white for other. I should probably write the add in white. Actually, I'm right here. Boom, white for other. And yeah, only thing I haven't done is like connecting people. Because specifically up here, I think it's going to get harder to do because everyone's going to fucking connect to Luffy. So, maybe, I don't know, I haven't figured that one out yet. But down here, I have with the civilians, so long as they're not connected to Luffy and gang. And you might be wondering, who's other? Well, for Higuma, for example, is other because he's a mountain bandit. He's not a civilian, he's not a marine, he's definitely not a pirate. Also, we have Johnny and Yosaku from the current arc that we're in, who are bounty hunters. So technically, they're not pirates, marines, or civilians. But otherwise, yeah. Like I said, we got Romance Dawn 1 through 3, Orange Town, which was episodes 4 through 8, Syrup Village, which was episodes 9 through 18, which also had the least amount of people involved, or at least amount of
named people.
Well, least amount of arc specifically new named people, because obviously people from the past are also here. And then, of course, here's my thing to you, the commenters out there, not you, Arcloid. I'm obviously not going to be spoiling Arcloid for shit, so instead of obviously writing down where Baratier ends, I've question marked it so he can't tell what episode the climax might happen on. So he can't guess for the future. Because I figured, if I put down, obviously I'm going to make a horrible example here. If I put down episode 20, and this was just a 2-episode arc, he'd be like, okay, well, all the fighting must happen in episode 20. Or, so no guesses allowed. Also,
Appreciate that.
I think I'm going to use the obvious example here. We all know Sanji's joining the crew. He's in the cutscenes as part of the crew. He's in the opening as part of the crew. We all know he's going to join the crew. In the show, he has not joined the crew, nor made any allusions to joining the crew. In the show, he's still a civilian as far as we've seen him. So I'm always going to be updating this board as what the show says, not what we know or what I might know. That's another element of my non-spoilery thing.
Again, that is appreciated.
But yeah, this is up to date to as far as we are, anyway. Just again, I have not figured out how to connect people yet. Or not how to, I know how to. I just don't know how I want to. Like the
Right.
moment I have Luffy connected here to Usopp. By the way, Usopp shows up in like the very last episode of the arc of the arc before he's featured in. Probably on the next time on or something. That's why if anyone asks why Usopp is here in the Orange Town arc instead of the Syrup Village arc, which is all about him, that's why he's there. But yeah, I've dotted lined him to Luffy's crew that way. It just you think how much of a mess this is gonna become if I like redline him to everybody he's gonna fight from here all the way into the future. For those of you who can't see, I just dragged my mouse to the edge of the screen and then across 3 different monitors. So, not
Wow.
implying that it's gonna be long. But yeah, this is everybody we've met so far.
I'm getting used to the controls on this. I use a program called Grid Cartographer, and to move the screen is right click and hold. And here to move the screen, it is left click and hold.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're using the little hand thing, like you hit H and it's the hand, it's just left click and hold, and you can't interact with anybody. So, there's no fear of messing it up. I also specifically think I only gave you the rank of reviewer on the link, so you can't do anything.
Yeah. I will need you to help me sign up so I can sign in on this. I tried to use my Google account, I think, and it wouldn't let me in.
That's what I use. I just Google account my way in. That way I only have to click the 2 things and I'm in. Because
Yeah,
it's
but it
heavy
would.
on security tokens, so you're going to be logging in a lot if you're using this. Anyway, that's all the characters we have met so far. Again, I'm still working on making this better, obviously. There's the old one still over here, but I'm not working on that one anymore. This is the new hotness.
And that's so busted.
That's right. I'm using the terminology from 10, 20 years ago. You can say all the what the kids say these days. I don't give a shit. I am never gonna say Riz and mean it. Anyway, that has been the update to the board. How about you go ahead and tell us what happened last time?
Well, the crew was settling into the Barashier while Luffy worked off his debt to Zeph. One of Don Krieg's pirates washed up and demanded to be fed, but the crew of the Barashier refused. So the sous chef Sanji fed him. His name is Gin. Sanji's whole philosophy is that any hungry person is a customer. They don't need that money. But for that little philosophy, he was fired, which was lucky because now he has at least the opportunity to take Luffy up on his offer, though he hasn't yet. Though Gin warned Luffy of the dangers of the Grand Line and told him the whole sea. He had the whole sea to explore. But we all know Luffy wants to be king of the pirates and find One Piece, so he's dead set on his path.
All right. And that was everything?
That's
Everything you
everything
want
I
to bring
remember.
up or talk about or mention?
Everything that I remembered.
All right.
There's probably some important stuff that I completely glossed over. I'm sorry if that happened.
Well, I mean, the only thing I want to bring up is the name of the place is the Baratier.
Using like the sound like you would with caution.
That's
Is
fine. I
it?
mean, it's your thing to mispronounce everything so far, so.
But it is Baratier. I will try to remember that.
I mean, that's what I know. If somebody comes along and says it's something else, then hell, that means I've been wrong. Who knows? Just the two of us right now, and I'm pretty sure that they've said in the show Baratier. Alright, well, if that is that, then I say we just go ahead and get on into it. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on. There's one comment. I should have done the comment first. But it is actually just a bit of up here. Ushiga from the episode Protect Kaya said Kaya. Now you get me doing it. Protect Kaya says, while there are some major changes, the live action episodes do match up with the major arcs. Which is say live action episode 1 lines up with anime episodes 1 through 3. Live action episode 2 lines up with anime episodes 4 through 8. Live action episodes 3 and 4 line up with anime episodes 9 through 18. So I guess technically we'd be able to watch live action up to episode 4 if we wanted. Live action episodes 5 through 6 line up with anime episodes 19 through 30. And live action episodes 7 and 8 line up with anime episodes 31 through 44.
Really condensing the storytelling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also live action. As they said, major changes. So, anyway, now with that out of the way, we can go ahead and get into it. But before we get started, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to support us or support anything the channel is doing, head on over to the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but hey, it's no pressure. Just helps get the channel going. So it's not a bad opening. I guess I appreciate the English version of the backstory opening part more. Actually, never mind. I think I've covered this before. I like the English opening better altogether. I think the song reads better in English, but I am biased in that. In that it's the only language I know 100%.
I am the same way. I used to know a lot more Spanish than I remember.
German for me. But then again, I didn't know German completely either. I would say I was like maybe 5-10% German I knew.
But with the way Germans compound their words, you know, like 6 words in German, you could speak a conversation just by putting those words together.
Well, no, it's more about the gendered words.
Oh yeah, that can be difficult to remember for English speakers.
Well, it just tends to mean that a lot of words have, or rather, the meaning of word that you're trying to imply can have two different versions that you mean to say.
Oh, so not like Spanish where just like table is female.
I mean, you're probably right. Again, it's been over 20 years since I was learning German, and I only spent 2 years trying to learn German. And I
I,
only passed the first class in German. I don't think I finished the second class.
Seth looks angry. She just
Well,
got shot.
guess I should have marked that guy down as dead.
Now you can. I didn't even mention that what the hell is his name? Again, shot somebody. He did just get fired. Yep. I was making sure I saw that right, guys. So
Say what?
I wasn't entirely sure he got fired, and then I saw that little bit of the flashback, and that confirmed it for me.
Who did you just say?
By Sanji getting fired.
I heard you say the Leaf.
No, getting fired. And at least I now know that It was true.
Ore no ryori o kenasu no wa yurusanee zo. Temei ga nan to iou to, ore wa koko de koku o
Ben's
yaru
an
nda.
artist. He's not going to integrate his art.
をつかむとは何事だ。このボケな
Wow.
ふざけんな。いくら追い出そうとしてもな。俺はこの店でずっとコックを続けるぞ。
7.
てめえが死ぬまでな。俺は死なん。あと100年生きる。口の減らねえじじいだぜ。
許しが出てよかったな。これで海賊に
なるか。さてと、先ほどは失礼。お詫びにフルーツのマチェドニアを召し上がれ、お姫様。
うわあ、あり
No
が
idea what a fruit Macedonia is.
いえ。
And that looks like
Dessert.
there's licorice candies
てめえらに
that you find in old people's houses. Uh-oh. I think it's going to be Nami that convinces him to join. Oh, that was hilarious. That whole neck thing.
I don't remember if they actually settled on a week or a year.
But it looks like it's a year. What do they do with the garbage there, I wonder?
It's a
What's
funny
coming up, I
thing.
wonder?
Almost every arc, I have a favorite character. Instead of keeping one favorite character throughout the whole show. So, like last time it was Django. Before that it was Buggy.
Right, so is your arc favorite coming up?
Well, I mean, this is a new arc, so be new favorite guy. That'd be him right there, Don Krieg.
Krieg.
敵への脅迫を示す砂時計。あの旗印は間違いない。このイーストブルーの
Ruler
覇
of the
者
East Blue.
ドン・クリークだ。
This ship is bigger than the Barakia.
なんでクリック海賊団がこんなところへ。見ろパテ、マジで来ちまったじゃねえか。追い払ってくれるんだろうな。間違いじゃねえのか。兵力5000人の海賊艦隊のドンだぞ。たった一人の部下の仕返しのためになんでわざわざ。間違いなんかじゃねえ。来てんだよ本当に。おい、やべえよ。逃げた方がよくねえか。
I mean, the ship looks all fucked up, though.
It could take much better care of its sails, yes. Ship looks like it's been damaged.
Also, for 5,000 people, seems pretty quiet.
Indeed. They're all up in the crow's nest. fancy mustaches, big clown shoes.
So you just say clown shoes?
That's well, there's big toes on them.
It's anime arc. They're just regular shoes.
Doesn't Sanji have like pointy shoes?
Think back to Buggy's shoes. Those are clown shoes.
Well, these are minor clown shoes. Okay, they're not in that shot. They weren't that bad. He's being led in by that skinny dude. So they're all coming for food with money.
もうどれくらい食ってねえかもわからねえんだ。頼む。
He's can't hear.
水と食料をください。
なんだありゃ。威厳も迫力もねえ。これがあの大海賊艦隊提督ドン・クリークか。
腹減ってんのか。
Having that guy hold him up was sort of like having a cane made of balsa wood.
Well, I mean, look how much smaller Jin is to Krieg.
Yeah. Yeah, Junior's a regular sized guy. These guys are assholes.
What, the Baratier staff?
Yeah.
Well, he's a pirate.
I mean, that is true, but well, yeah, they are like a hospital where they're like bound. Or supposed
No, I
to
mean,
be.
they just said that if we give him food and he gets healthy again, he was going to attack us.
Begging on his hands and knees. This is like Sanji coming down with some food. Oh, kicked him right in the face. And a bottle of wine. That is a lot of food, but then that's a big man.
おいサジ、すぐにその飯を取り上げろ。てめえそいつがどういうやつだか分かってんのか。イーストブルーの覇者、騙し討ちのクリークとはこいつのことなんだぞ。
The foul player.
監獄から。
I don't get what that means. Unless they mean it in like the I'm trying to find words for it.
I mean, they're telling you what it means right now.
So he's ruthless.
なんだ卑怯者か。
この男、本来の強さも半端じゃねえ。 飯を食ったら帰るだと。こいつに限ってありえねえ話だ。そんな外道は見殺しにするのが世の中のためってもんなんだよ。
Yeah, he did just turn on everybody, it looks like. Well, people were bad mouthing him.
Well, I
He
mean,
was
that's
attacking.
Sanji. He attacked Sanji.
I was about to say something to that effect, yes. Clothesline right under the chin. Oh, and he landed on his nugget.
Was that what you call your nugget?
Yeah, the head.
I don't know. I got a pair of nuggets, and that's not where they are.
So that's what chicken nuggets are.
No, I think you're talking about mountain oysters.
I've heard them called prairie oysters too. Oh, my man gains strength from food like Goku. There must have been a Zenzu rice in there.
The double pan shot.
Eat it from the mouth, that's not good.
いいレストランじゃねえか。この船もらうぜ。
そう来たか。
When some ships don't bust him.
うちの船はボロボロになっちまってな。新しいのが欲しかったんだ。お前らには用が済んだらここを降りてもらうぜ。
何ドンクリーグ、約束が違う。
今船に
100 out of a former 5,000 crew.
Thank you for reminding me how big his crew was. Holy shit. This is not a placing or even giving orders. I like how he said that.
And Sanji did kick Patty in the face to get past him. When Patty was saying no.
And kicked him right off the staircase, too. More customers. Big, big utensils. Holy shit.
Get in there!
やれよ。俺を止めたきゃやれ。 分かってるよ。相手が救いようもねえ悪党だってことくらいな。でも俺にはそんなことはどうだっていい。どうだっていいんだ、そんなことは。食わせてその先どうなるかなんて考えるのもめんどくせえ。俺はコックだ。それ以上でもそれ以下でもねえ。腹すかしている奴がいるってんなら食わせてやる。ただそれだけだ。コックってのはそれでいいんじゃねえのか。
I mean, we already knew that though. The whole gin thing.
パーティー
Sucker punch but
こいつ
Patty.
押さえとけサンジお前は俺が追い払った客にたまに裏口で飯をや
Yo, you all?
I think the pun to make would have been just desserts.
Have some lobster with your rice. Blasted him right in the solar plexus. Wait, wow. That's a lot of smoke.
Yeah, but you know I don't pick weak favorite characters.
I'm sure you survived that. That's a lot of dead cooks and a lot of guns.
Yeah, I think we already know it doesn't work on Luffy.
この俺に逆らうんじゃねえ。この俺は最強なんだ。誰よりも強い鋼の腕、誰よりも硬いウーツ鋼の体、そして全てを破壊するダイヤの拳。全身に仕込んだあらゆる武器、50隻の大艦隊に5000人の兵力、今まで全ての戦いに勝ってきた俺こそがドンと呼ばれるにふさわしい男。のけ小僧、俺が食料を用意しろと言ったら黙ってその通りにすりゃいいんだ。誰も俺に逆らうな。100食分はあるだろう。さっさと船に運ぶ。
Probably. I wouldn't gamble on probably.
あぶねえな。
Maybe 75 at the most.
ゼフだと。
He knows Zeph.
Seems scared of Zeph.
Hmm.
I mean, we're here in the credits. You gotta give me more than
Well, that's very interesting at the very least. Zeph does seem to be a tough guy, though, so I don't think he'd be on the same level as Don Krieg, but he might be someone who could do him some mischief if he wanted.
I mean, you just saw that Krieg seems scared of Zeph. How
Yeah.
can you see that and say you don't think Zeph is on the level of Krieg?
Well, a snake could fuck me up, but it's not gonna be on the same level as me. Like, you know what I
Conceivably,
mean?
a snake could bite you, kill you, and then eat you.
Or just crush me to death. But I'm talking like a cobra.
Yeah, I think a cobra could take you. Why do you think a cobra couldn't to take you? We're
I'm
old
not-
men, Ark. We're not even in our prime. We're not talking like
That's true.
you're running around with a shovel trying to take the cobra's head off. Cobra's probably biting you in your sleep and you're dead.
渡しちゃっていいの？
おいあのおっさんなんとかしろよ。
なあ、俺に任せろ。ちょっと何やってんのルフィ。
クリークに喧嘩売ってんじゃねえよお前は。
面白そうだな。戦闘かよルフィ。手を貸そうか。
次回ワンピー
Looks like
ス
Zoro's getting
守れ
involved.
バラティエ大海賊赤足のゼフ海賊王に俺はなる。
See? Great pirate Zeph.
Interesting. Very interesting. We're gonna really enjoy seeing this unfold.
Well, I mean, I don't know. How interesting could it be? You don't think Zeph could take Krieg?
Well, maybe I was wrong.
I mean, all Krieg has is bullets. We've already seen one character doesn't care about bullets. Hell, two
Right.
characters don't care about bullets. Zoro just seems to deflect them with his swords.
Maybe Zeph deflects in the frying pan.
Like I said, Krieg is apparently afraid of Zeph.
We shall soon see why. I hope this will be fun.
Alright, nothing else to say about the episode then?
Well, one thing I'm looking forward to, if there's going to be a fight with Krieg, is seeing what Usopp does throughout it, just because he's my favorite. And we've seen how quote unquote effectual he is in the fight.
Have we?
I was being sarcastic.
Well, I mean, you know, you started off saying you wanted to see how Usopp was going to be in the fight.
Yeah.
So
well,
you are actually
it'd be
interested to
interesting seeing
see.
him. It would be interesting seeing him like try.
I mean, he's your favorite character.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean he has to be the strongest character. He has a lot of hurdles to overcome, and I like that about him.
Okay. Okay. I mean, you could have picked Nami if that was your choice, but you went with the liar. Okay. The man with the most hurdles.
I can't help who I like.
Alright. Well, I guess that is it for this episode of One Piece. As always, I have been Theta, this has been Arcloid, we've been Stone-Faced Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?